Race control giving us the information that it will be a rolling start. Up to the final corner we go. Rafael Camara has the pace of the field as we turn the final corner in wet conditions, and we are green for 24 laps of feature race here in FIA Formula 3. Down the start-finish straight we go, and it's Rafael Camara leading the white Campos of Mariboya as we hit the brakes in wet conditions for the first time. And Rafael Camara trying to get the car slowed down, and it looks like he's just about got there in time. Mariboya second, Tapanen in third, G in fourth, then it's Niall, Wirtz, Ugachuku, Badaware, Giusti and Wharton, and Kamara already stretching his legs out front.
That was an excellent restart from Kamara at the front of the field. He's gapped the rest of them. He's got, of course, the best conditions. He's got no spray in his face, but he's also the first one to arrive at every corner, having to make a judgment call. Where do I brake? How much speed do I carry? What line do I take to these corners? Of course, the wet, quote-unquote, karting line sometimes can be a good option for the drivers. It's all about those drivers who have done the best preparation. Have they watched some previous races here in wet conditions? Do they know where they're going to go on circuit? As wide through the middle of turn 5. I think that was into Puvazak, wasn't it? It was with, I think it's Strumstead. Yeah, Strumstead fighting down there for the bottom end of the top 10.
Into the chicane now, and someone running wide. That's Tim Tramnitz, and he's gone round. Tim Tramnitz, who was fighting for championship survival, and that will be that, I'm sure, for the German driver. Spinning round is Tim Tramnitz, and he will now get recovered. It's just gone from bad to worse. A bad qualifying for the MP Motorsport driver. Had nothing to lose in this race, but that, a demonstration of how easy it is to make a mistake in this race. Ugachuku in the black Prima racing car, looking to the outside there of Niall, and he is flying with confidence at the moment, and Ugachuku now looks to the outside. This a battle for 5th place on track. Big points up for grabs here. Ugachuku sending it to the outside. Great move from the American, and look at the pace difference there as Ugachuku goes around the outside. See you later.
You can see them already hunting for the water. The Trident team saying find the wet patches. That's just to cool these Pirelli wet tyres. They're absolutely fine in these conditions, but with 20 laps to go, the temperature just builds and builds in the block, and the hotter they are, the more they move around, the less grip you have. As Boyer now actually having a look, but all the Kamara needs to do is just pick his lines and not make any mistakes. The safety car has been deployed.
Yeah, it's Benavides who's gone round. And
second last corner.
Yes, correct.
Oh,
that's contact with Roman Belinsky.
Roman Belinsky, yeah. That's just a case of 2 into 1, I think.
It wasn't a great restart in the background for Gerard G, and it looks like the likes of Teofil Niall was under pressure as well, but it was a good restart out front from Kamara. Boyer there, Tapanen in third. Oh, and running wide was Ugachuku. Wirtz, the other Trident car, trying to get some places, and he'll be side by side there with Niall, and he nicks a place on the inside and goes up to P6.
Yeah, there was wheel-to-wheel contact there on the exit between Niall and Wirtz. Ugachuku trying to get around the outside of Gerard Shee, looks one way, looks the other, won't be able to get around the outside of turn 3, I don't think. He tries it, but Shee cuts his nose off. Shee looks like the cork in the bottle after not a great restart, but the front of the field, Boyer much more on it this time, right there with Kamara. Looked like Kamara actually had a little wobble into turn 1 as Shee does exactly the same thing into 4.
Yeah, Gerard G's run wide, rejoins, and Kamara, Ugachuku, sorry, trying to go around the outside, in contact between Gerard G and Ugachuku. Suspension damage for the front left of Gerard G, and it looks like Ugachuku's got a puncture to the rear right. That'll be another safety car.
Just coming into turn 4 now. She just tries to carry speed into turn 5 while Ugachuku's going around the outside to try and stay ahead. Just misjudged the grip and unfortunately clattered into the side of Ugachuku.
Kamara has a 7/10 lead over Boyer. Tapanen in third, Wirtz the one under pressure from Teofil Niall in 4th place as we hit the first corner and the braking zone. Badaware is now 6th, then it's Giusti, Wharton, Strumstead, and our winner from yesterday to Sadapol in Trapuvazak, and we're side by side. The Blue Williams Academy livery, that is Giusti, and to the outside of him, the Aussie, James Wharton, trying to pick up places.
Yeah, looking at the inside, there's a couple of drivers run wide in the middle of turn 2. That's
No, Leon, here comes Nicholas Solov going round the outside, and he's going to take another place on James Headley.
This is how he did it round the outside of turn 2. I think he actually had a wobble and left the circuit. Well, I think you could argue he could probably just hold on to that. He did leave the circuit only just, but it was before he was alongside the IX, so I think he'll probably get away with that one. A good move.
And we're not even halfway through the race. Headley's round. Oh no, that was contact, I think, with Noel Leon. Leon had run wide. Then there's the contact bit.
And then just a lock-up from Leon. That's clumsy from Leon, in my opinion. He ran wide and lost the place.
Move there. Solov down the inside of Brando Badouer. Badouer looked like he made that fairly comfortable for Nicholas Solov. Knows the Bulgarian as the pace. Solov won this feature race last year in very different conditions. It was his third win, and Nicholas Solov doing a great job. There you can see the live driver standings. If that gap between Kamara and Boyer is 40 points, then that means Kamara will be champion. It is greater than that currently. Noah Strumstead in 13th, James Wharton in 12th. Noah Strumstead will pull out of the slipstream and use the DRS to take that place.
Yeah, he's ahead at the apex. Can he get it stopped? It looks like he can. Wharton's struggling a little bit at the moment with his tyres, I think. Doesn't quite have the pace of the rest of the fielders. His teammate Van Hoopen's driven up the road a little bit on this group here. Front of the field, 6-second gap between Boyer in second and Tappin in third means that it's basically a straight shootout for the win. Or sliding through turn 2. Just about got away with that today as Strumstead comes out ahead, but he's going to have to defend on the way out to turn 4. Looks one way, looks the other. It's a little naughty, can't move in reaction to the driver behind. Around the outside of turn 4, finds the grip, keeps the place. 4 feature race wins, 5 pole positions, and now your 2025 FIA Formula 3 champion is Rafael Camara as he comes across the line to take the checkered flag. History made in FIA Formula 3, and it's a 3rd consecutive title for the Trident team. They have another Brazilian champion, his name Rafa Camara.
This moment is for you. We did it in there. Oh my God. Now I can say, Rafa, you are the champion of Formula 3. Bravo! Jacobi!
Rafa Camara, by 2 seconds out front, takes the race win. Another pole position, another feature race win. He's picked up 4 now this season to seal the championship into the summer break. Mari Boyer, 2nd place, Tuukka Tappinen 3rd. We're not quite finished in Formula 3. We do have our champion. His name is Rafael Camara. He can go into the summer break knowing he's champion, but there's still more places to be decided. There's a team's championship to be decided. We'll do that at Monza on the 6th and 7th of September.